How you doing? How's everyone? Welcome to Ireland Live for Tuesday, the 10th of June, 2024. My name is Paul Fitzsimons. I'll be joined by Orla now in the next few minutes, but I'm just having difficulties here with X and error. Go live. Just having a problem with X there going live. The error record on X. This is usually temporary. Wait a moment and try again. It's not going out on any of the X accounts for some strange reason. That's why, yeah, it's not going out on any of the X accounts. So if anyone's watching, or if you can't get us on, you'll get us on the webpage. Go on the webpage, www.theirishchannel.ie or .com, sorry, /live. Sorry, I'll just put it up there. Hang on, I'll put it up on the banners there. You get us there. You won't get us at FitzyDub, at Anthony L. Casey, or Rugamorph. There's a problem with Twitter for some reason tonight. You'll get us on Facebook on Paul Fitzsimons and www.theirishchannel.com /live. That's it. Bit of a bummer now, I have to say. Let me just see what the comments are saying. How are you? How's it going, gang? If you can share this out, lads, share it out everywhere. You know what I mean? People can log in then through. I suppose they're going in through Anthony's there as well. So, yeah, I don't know what's happening with Twitter tonight, to be honest with you. Good evening, Michael. Yeah, good evening. I did already refresh. I did already do that. Yeah, I've tried to go in manually and do it as well, and it's just not letting me do it. But it's the 3 Twitter accounts. It's the 3 X accounts. Mine, Anthony's, and Martin's. It's just not letting us in for some reason. Lovely background. Thanks very much. I thought I'd go with Dublin by night, you know what I mean? So, even though it's not dark out there, but hey. Katrina, how are you, Katrina? How's things? Yeah, if you can all just share it out there, lads. Share it out everywhere. We're only up to 100 now at the minute. We're usually up to about 300 by now, you know what I mean? Fair play to you. Thanks. Share it on YouTube, yeah, on Anthony Casey. On the A. Casey one, yeah. I gotta try and connect again. Go live again. No. Yeah, we've been blocked on X. Why have we been blocked on X? Well, you know why we've been blocked. But I thought Elon was all right. How's the crack, Shamrock Dan? Yeah, I'm good. TikTok has turned into a tourist trap. Yeah. TikTok is crazy as well. I just put out the show, the advertisement for the show on TikTok, and we got a few people from TikTok watched us on Sunday night. Yeah, shared on X there. Thanks very much, Al. Fair play to you. I'll share that on X now myself. Probably won't let me get it out, but yeah. Just let me add a picture. Yeah, but it's mad, isn't it, what they do? It's crazy. But just I have to look at what I'm typing, sorry. So but please join us. This is the beauty of live TV, as they say, live podcast. Join us. Where are we? Boom. Yeah, I'm gonna actually play a video here now in a minute, and we'll go from there. www.theirishchannel.com /live. Yeah. So please, people, if you can, I'm gonna share this out there now on Twitter for anyone. Yeah, if you can join us on the irishchannel.com /live. Okay, let's just have another look at the comments. Michael John, Oh, look, who's that? I'll worry about it in a minute. I'm just gonna put on this video just to show you. It's actually Anthony's video from the other day. I'm just gonna play that first, and then we'll come back and
another bit there. Yeah, Anthony Casey, do you want to talk for a minute?
Oh, yeah. How are you doing?
Anthony Casey, Ireland First, Shinadena. Will you?
Shinadena, there it is.
There it is. There. Look, guys. I want Anthony, if he doesn't mind, to just explain Shinadena again on camera here.
Yeah.
Anthony, there's 36,000 people in the chat now at the moment, right? Don't be nervous, right? But it's a really important community project as far as I can see. It's community based, and as you said, like the guards, the boys in blue, you know, fear this kind of thing because we're showing them up for their incapacity.
Yeah. Well, it shows in the numbers itself, Philip. You know, like the crime is going up everywhere. And
Andy Quirk, how are you? Chat to you in a minute.
How many? How are we doing, honey?
There's the great Andy Quirk.
Yeah. Look, like, how long are we going to wait for to do something? You know, our crime is going up too far. You know, the guards clearly are incapable of doing this. People are losing their trust in their communities. They need something to hold on to. This is non-political. Any political party person can join this. Or if you're not into politics or you're concerned, it's the harp and the cross for our faith and our culture. That's what it stands for. It's pure Irish. So that's what I shouted out from there. I kept it grassroots today. We're handing out these. People jump on Facebook, message us, tell us what county you're in. We have over 600 people there now and it's growing massively. This is how we fight it. Boots on the ground.
And Anthony, what they're doing to Ireland with all this mass immigration, especially young men, we see it all around Europe. It's not policeable, and I think it's a great thing there that to get the local community men, especially I'd love to see more men patrol their local areas now and try and keep them safer and try and look out for their young people, their young women, their wives, their girlfriends, their daughters, whatever the case.
You know, when we did a national Shinadena patrol, put a video up of it there if you want to take a look on our socials. When we were in Limerick, we found the camps of that guy who strangled that girl down in Tipperary, you know. Like, it's important for us because we can mark these locations and tell people where to avoid, what parks to avoid. We can report things, we can stand together, show a strong presence. People need to know that there's somebody that they can trust, they can go to if the guards aren't helping them or if their local community isn't helping them. If justice fails, the Irish people must rise. That's what it's about, and that's what we're doing. And in mass numbers, so everybody come on board.
There's a bit of a vacuum there as well with these foreigners that are coming into the country, and they know that the police and the government are weak, and they feel it's enabled to commit crimes. If there's groups like this out in the streets patrolling, it'll be a great deterrent, in my opinion.
You know, it's crazy, and you wouldn't believe it. You couldn't write it. The people who are coming in unvetted, let's say the Black Axe gang that are in this country the first time, the guards are now going to the IPAS centres and recruiting unvetted people in this country.
Illegal males.
It's absolutely, you couldn't write it. It's like a smack in the face to the people who are wide awake to this stuff. We know what you're doing. It's so ridiculous. We're putting it in your face anyway. But enough is enough. And the guards know what this is. The guards know this is the Irish people rising, and they're saying, we'll patrol the streets now. This is community policing. So anyone can be involved. Like I said, we're not going to turn anyone away. Any Irish person, come on board.
Okay, I think it's a great thing that you're doing, and everybody should look into that now, guys. Look up Shinadena. Well done, lads. Well done. Take care. No bother. Now, I love to see good work like that going on. It's very important.
Well, there you have it. That's I didn't see that. I said I'd play that because we hadn't got it on Sunday for Sunday show. But exactly, and I'm going to be honest with you. We have been, like, I'm an admin for the Dublin. Both Dublin groups, the Dublin City and Dublin North, and Jeannie Mac, I swear to God, we have been inundated with calls in the last 2 days, really. Like, I have been in anywhere in the North side. I've added people in here, 5 people in here already. You know, it has really, we were 600 strong on Saturday. That's what we had, 600 strong. I'd say we're up to 700 by now. I really would, because I've been watching all the videos coming in and everything else. So I'll be playing a video in the next few minutes. I'll pull it down now. It's an actual video and show you how to go into your county groups and everything else. So I'll play that in the next few minutes. But people are putting in the comments there about Ballymena. Jesus, it's crazy. Good turnout on Saturday, but like Dublin protest in April, people in the crowd moaning about not getting a chance to speak, and at the same time bad mouthing, jealous of those that did speak. Silly. I agree, Ken, I agree, but people were asked to speak and they didn't get up to speak. So people travelled all the way down to Cork and didn't get up to speak. So if they are pissed off, I rightly so, I think. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was a great turnout. You know what I mean? But again, direct action is what's needed. It's not. Listen, protests are great for getting us all together, and the government can see how many of us there is, and there's loads of us that are strong, and then we all go back home, and by Monday it's gone. You know what I mean? It's the momentum is gone. You need to keep the momentum going. National strike, one day, the whole country, end the story. We have enough says no groups around the country. They're all over the Cork, Limerick, Galway, Dublin, East Wall. Like North Side says no, or Coolock says no. You have South Side says no. You have them all around the country. They need to all just come together here on one day and stop the whole country. There's not enough guards or army in this country to stop that from happening. So that's exactly what needs to happen. I'm sorry, but direct action is the only way this is gonna stop. You know what I mean? Ideally, to march up to the door and get them out of it, but like that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen. But they're looking out the curtains at us, and they're just going, "Oh, not these mad bastards again." You know what I mean? This is what they're doing, and the media are portraying us as these people that we're not. Like there's hundreds of thousands of concerned parents out there that need to get out and do this. You know what I mean? Who cares about being called an Easter and ism anymore? It's not on. You know what I mean? It's just not on. You know what I mean? I'm just sick of it now at the moment. You know what I mean? And everyone else should be sick of it as well. You know what I mean? Let me just see there. Who selects and decides the speakers or protest, Paul? Maybe if there's clarity on this, the moaners will shut up. Well, the organisers organised the speakers. That's the way it works. That's the way it has always worked. Like, you know what I mean? Malachy organised the speakers for Dublin and Derek organised the speakers for Cork, as far as I know. That's how it always worked. So unless they change the rules or the way it works, I don't know. Agree, everyone needs to get together and stop disagreeing and get on with it. Yeah, that's the only way here, you know. Get all the groups together. Derek Bourne, if you have a voice, use it. Exactly, Derek. Pick it everywhere on a strike. Yes, exactly. Stop the whole country on a Thursday or a Wednesday, or just stop everything. Down tools, everything stops. And if that doesn't happen, you need to stop bus stations, train station, you know, everything, airports, nothing moves. The whole city comes to a standstill. That's the only way this is going to be done. My concern is that foreign troops could be brought into Ireland once the gloves come off. Well, listen, we're looking at it in LA. It's already kicked off in LA. Ballymena, I'm going to play a video here about Ballymena now in the next few minutes. Ballymena is, listen, America happens, then it starts to happen all around Europe, and then it comes here. It's already here with Ballymena. That's only a stone throw up the road. Like, you know what I mean? If something happens down here, something similar, this is why it's all being brushed under the carpet, people, because if some of the stuff gets out that's actually out there, like there is kids being raped, there is kids being abducted. Like, I don't care what the government say here, you know what I mean, or what the Gardaí say. We know, we've seen the receipts, we know, we've spoke to these people. You know, it's just not on. You know what I mean? But again, if this happens down here, I can see it going exactly the same way. I really can. This is like a powder keg just waiting to go. That's just my opinion, and like, I'm on the ground, I'm seeing it every day. People have had enough. We have had enough. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to go with, hang on, stop paying taxes. Oh, listen, I'd love to. Well, I don't at the minute, but I'd love if people could stop paying taxes. We are not voting our way out of this. Steady Eddie. Well, I don't know, Eddie. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, we can't be talking extreme measures here or anything like that. You know what I mean? I'm talking about a national strike. You do no wrong. You know, there's none of this. You know, you can't be talking radical, and you're probably not, but I'm just saying, like, people can't be talking radical and saying they'll do this and we'll blow this and we'll do that and I don't think that's the way to win this, mate. Not at the moment, you know what I mean? Not at the moment, anyway. But I can see it coming to that if this doesn't work. There was a stabbing in Manchester very close to me. Michael, the stabbings all over Dublin City every day, you know? The dark agenda is unfolding. Yeah. See, all the kids ended up in sex dens in the UK that went missing from... Listen, Tusla is like, how can you take 2.3 billion from Tusla and from children's an integration thing and give it to the migrants? That makes no sense, lads. That makes no sense. Great turnout in Dublin for the doctors. There was, yeah. I actually have Philip's live stream there. I'm gonna pull out. I'm not gonna pull out. I'll just move it to Marcus de Bruyne now in a while, and we play that in a while. A rape in Dunleary and not a word about it. Exactly, Gar. Gar, listen. You're on the ground out there. You're seeing it out there. You know what I mean? Jesus, we're all right, lads. We're going up there now. We're up to 400 now at the minute. So fair play to everyone who shared it out We should be double that at this moment in time. But hey, listen, we'll go with what we have, and people will see it tomorrow. Then again, fair play. Thanks everyone for sharing. Keep sharing it out there. I'll see if I can connect here now again. Go live. We're live on X now. Yeah, we're live now on X. Boom. Well done. Yeah, that must have been just a glitch. Or somebody got on to Elon. Mick O'Keefe must have gone to Elon and tell him, listen, Fitzy's not live. Oh, my one didn't go live. Oh, why is that? Not liking that. I'll remove that one. Mine didn't go live. Okay. That's a weird one. I wonder why that is. I'll look into it in a while. Patricia Regan, why aren't people speaking out about those who have crimes done to them? They have a public... Yeah, listen, Patricia, it happened in Dungarvan a few years ago. There was a girl raped by 4 of them in a laneway, and her cousin approached me. I was only doing the show a couple of months, and she approached me to see could she come on. Within an hour, she had rang me back to say, listen, no, she's been told not to do anything. Tussle and everything were involved with her child and all that shit. Like, you know, listen, I just... It's just too underhanded what's going on here. Like, you know what I mean? Anyone that's speaking out about it is being brought to court on ridiculous, stupid, blatant charges. Like, and you've been dragged through the court. And sure, I was dragged through the court myself all through the 2 campaigns I did. You know what I mean? Oh, you have a knife, you have a this, you're a scumbag, you're a loyalist, and it's all coming from the left. You know what I mean? It's a disgrace. Like, you know what I mean? Whereas if we do it to them, it's a completely different. People threatening us and everything. You know. It's against rapists. Why try to make it anything else? Ballymena, if the people of Rochdale had done what Ballymena did, the same, children would not have been destroyed for life. I agree with you. I really do agree with you. But it's coming in everywhere. Listen, them gangs are everywhere. They're all around England. They're all around Ireland. You know what I mean? Good evening, everyone. How are you, Saoirse? How are you? County Maid does not seem to be pushing back hard enough. Well, listen, the houses are being bought up and they're just being given to these people. I'm being honest with you, lads. They're just taking over every estate. Every estate is being taken over. There's new apartments going up the road here in Baldoyle as well. And you know who'll be getting them? It won't be the people of the area. Like, you know what I mean? Good evening, Patricia Regan. You have to defy the authorities in crime has been committed here. I get that. And I would take it to the end of the earth. But some people just, you know, I don't know. I just don't know. My head's going all green there. What's going on there? You're all right in a minute. What does this say? Benefit sanctions and sackings for taking part in a protest in action. That's what it will be next. You'll start stopping your social welfare now because I'm telling you, lads, this is coming. This is coming. You know what I mean? I just got a message there. Let's see what that is. Oh, yeah. Lovely. I'll play that now in a minute, and then I'll put that up in a few minutes, and then I'll bring him in. Ferg said he'd drop in to have a chat as well about earlier on. But yeah, what's this now? Have a look at the interview he done with Nigerians on the sofa. Personally, I found it hard to watch, Chris. Who did an interview? I don't know who you're talking about. I was a Garda for over 30 years. Ireland is a pressure cooker, and the lid is about to blow off. Yeah. Jonathan Balfour, I seen that name somewhere earlier on an iPass centre. Is that you, or just saying? I got a message sent to me with that name, Jonathan Balfour, on it about an iPass centre in Kildare. So I don't know. I'll have a look back through it now in a few minutes. But evening, everyone. Evening. Well, I'm going to go with the Ballymena one. Okay, let me just. This is exactly what happened now. It's about 8 minutes long. So we just play this and we'll come back. I'll grab a coffee while I'm out here. But this is good to watch. I've watched it already. It is really good. So yeah, keep her going there.
Public disorder broke out in Ballymena in Northern Ireland, with police saying a number of missiles had been thrown towards officers after crowds gathered near the site of an alleged sexual assault in the town. The unrest follows a protest in the area, about 30 minutes drive from the capital city of Belfast. Earlier on Monday evening, the police statement said adding damage had been reported to a number of properties. Local media reported people with their faces masked were seen throwing masonry, and a police car had 2 of its windows smashed. Protesters gathered after 2 boys appeared in court after an alleged serious sexual assault in Clonavan Road, media reported. On Sunday, police announced that detectives investigating a serious sexual assault on a teenage girl in the adjacent Clonavan Terrace area of Ballymena had charged 2 teenage boys. In today's video, we will watch the footage. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more. Have a watch of this.
Out and back and ricochet off us. Be careful, lads.
There's someone in that room, right, please?
I bet, are they local? If they're local, they need out. If they're not local, let them come and stay there.
The start, the Tommy Ramsey started.
Oh, there she is! Well, don't go down near them now. They're blocking them off.
Undercover. Undercover.
Okay, well, okay, man, I'm all right, mate, thank you. Shut up. What happened?
Yeah, well, you get the gist of what happened up there. But it seems it was two Roma teenagers apparently. But that's the third one that's happened this week, or the third one that's happened in 3 weeks. Like, you know what I mean? It's been a powder keg up there. You know what I mean? And I think I have one there of where I think it's the auntie talking about it. Is it? Oh, sure, listen, but yeah, it's two Romans. They were moved out of the area. Now somebody's in the comments saying, Paul, we don't burn things like that. Yeah, I get that. I really do. Okay, what's this here? Lads, we need to get up to Talca Valley and Dollymount. I'm hearing shacks have been set up in both locations. Maybe if someone has a drone. Okay, I'm going to speak about, there's nobody in Dollymount. We were down in Dollymount the other morning. We checked Dollymount up and down the ridge and the beach. We didn't see anything, but we found a migrant camping Clontarf right beside Stoker's Bush, it's called. Just there, right beside the tennis courts and where the kids go in through to play the football. I'm going to show the videos now in the next few minutes. And yeah, you'll see. And the people of Clontarf need to wake up here. If there's anyone on here from Clontarf, they need to wake up. I'm telling you now. But Ken, yeah, I have that. I'm going to play the video in the next couple of minutes, Ken. Let me see what I have there. Jonathan Balfour, yeah, just going back to that name, Jonathan Balfour. Is this the same Jonathan Balfour who is a director for Kilcock Hospitality Limited? In the comments, is that you, Jonathan? No, I haven't checked to see was this guy a guard for so many years or nothing like that. But are you not getting money from this? You know what I mean? I'm just gonna throw this up here for a minute, just to have a look. And everyone else see it that I'm not. You know, it's not just me who's. You can see it there. You can see it for yourselves there. Look, Kilcock Hospitality Limited, Jonathan Balfour, Dermot O'Sullivan, and Jonathan Balfour. So there you go. And they also have Kilcock Hospitality Limited was set up on Thursday, the 1st of August 2024. The current partial address is Dublin, and the company status is normal. The company's directors have been directors of 13 other Irish companies between them, one of which is now closed. Kilcock Hospitality Limited has 2 shareholders. That's Jonathan Balfour. Is that you, mate? You gone out of the comments now? You're not commenting. Okay. Okay, so let me just go that way. There you go. There's one of the companies. Huband Capital Limited, 2018. Breezy Point Capital Limited. Lusty Moor Limited. Lemon Basque Unlimited. Pepper Hayes Unlimited Company. Frost Break Limited Company. Kilcock Hospitality Limited. And Breach Break Unlimited Company. Yeah. There's the Breach Break Unlimited Company, August 2024. Are these all being used for iPad centres, Jonathan? No, Paul, these people should be shunned. Okay, so fair play. You're not the same, Jonathan Balfour, obviously. But it's not a very common name. But listen, if it's not you, it's not you. I'm not okay, but I'm just putting it out there. But there is a Jonathan Balfour out there that's involved in a lot of shady dealings, you know. There's all the companies there. There's a lot of companies there now. You know what I mean? We have a load of companies. But yeah, I'll drop that back down there now. Stop sharing that. If it's not you, mate, it's not you. There you go. No, Paul, these people should be shunned. They will be shunned. But there you go. Everybody knows who Jonathan Balfour is. Not you, but a different one. Traffickers. That's exactly what they are. Conflicts of interest. Yeah. They're on my list. No problem, Casper. Fair play to you. Balfour Beatty. I don't know who that is. For new an invention of man, Rothschild's a god move. Yeah. Okay, people, we're just up to 500 there now. So I think I'll go with the Clontarf one now. Just bear with me. Okay, just let me pull up the where's the maps? Google Maps. Now I've loads of stuff there. This is the great thing about live shows, isn't it? You can have the crack. Ah, yes, yeah. Sorry. Alfie Bourne Road. That's exactly where this is, on the Alfie Bourne Road. Okay. I'll show you exactly where it is. And I'll just share this. I'm just going to share that with you. Okay, I'll move this over. You can see where my mouse is there. Brahms Bush. This is exactly where this is. Just here. You have the all-weather pitches here. You have the AstroTurf pitches here. And you have the bottle bank there. They're in behind of these in 5 different camps. Okay. And there you have the Garda station across the road. Look. Garda station sitting right there. Okay. These people are oblivious to what's going on here. So what I will say to you people, if you have kids in the area that are going to these places, I just keep an eye out. You know what I mean? And we were going to go down and have a look. I actually have a video there. We did go down and have a look. But again, if the people of Clontarf aren't willing to help, you know what I mean? What's the point in us going down and helping the people of Clontarf? So listen, you know where Shinadena is, www.shinadena.ie. Come on board, give us a shout, and we can help you out there. But if you're willing to have them there, well, then there's nothing really we can do for you. I'm just going to play this video here now as well. I'm going to stop sharing that, but that's exactly where it is there. I'll just show you. There's an aerial view of it there. That's it there. Look. Beautiful. You know what I mean? I'll go down the road a bit. There it is there. They're all in behind there. Yeah. That's where they are. In there. Now I'm going to stop sharing that and I'm going to play the video. Okay. This is exactly where they are. Clontarf Migrant Camp.
At least another 2 or 3 here. Further on into the bush. Paul, yeah, 5, yeah. One, 2. He's saying there's 5, some sort of Eastern Europeans, alright, but about 2 years, alright. Hello. 1, 2, 3 more tents there. Piles of shite everywhere. Delivery bags robbed in there. Hello. Hello. A rat right in the bollocks, are we? More here. No one in them, but they're obviously occupied at night time. At least another 2 or 3 here, further on into the bush.
No. I'm going to bring Orla up there now. Hey, Orla. How's things?
Well, how are you? Sorry, I'm late.
I'm good. You're all right. You're all right. No problem. We're not going out on my Twitter for some reason, but I'm getting messages in there. But it's okay. But that migrant camp, as I said, I'm just going to present this again. I'm going to show you exactly where it is again. So it's Clontarf, people. This is where it is. Let me just go in here. There it is there. You come down the coast road. You're turning left to go down the Alfie Bourne Road to East Wall. And they're just in here. Just there where the pitches are. As I said, the bottle bank is there. Women are using that bottle bank and everything else. Listen, it's not a problem. Don't get me wrong. It's not a problem until it's a problem. So let's try and avoid these problems. These people should not be there. You know what I mean? There was Irish lads that were in them bushes only a few months ago who were moved out of there. Now, I don't know whether there's any Irish lads in there because all the camps, all the tents were gone. There was only 5 people in there, Eastern Europeans. And there was about 30 tents. So you've seen it. There's Deliveroo bikes and Deliveroo boxes. And I don't know, you know what I mean? But listen, the people of Clontarf need to know that this is going on in their area. Maybe they do know and they're not worried with it. but there was also ones, I got some sent in on Sunday night after the show of up on the Dollar River. And the woman actually went and reported it to the Gardaí in Donnybrook, and the Gardaí told her that they weren't breaking any laws. They were doing nothing wrong. Leave them alone. You know what I mean? Come on, like, you know what I mean? It's crazy, like, you know what I mean? It really is. But yeah. So anyone, where the fuck are these people going to the toilet? There's buckets hanging on. Didn't video it, but there's buckets.
Lovely.
There's buckets sitting on the trees, like on a hook, full of shit and piss and everything, and they're just sitting there. There's rats everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, you heard them saying, "Oh, Jesus, a rat!" Like a big rat ran across them there. You know what I mean? And like, who animals sleep like that? Like, people don't sleep out like that. Come on, lads. I mean, let's see what Trish said there. Trish, Paul, they'll all move out of the areas where Shinadena are into the areas where they're living in denial at the moment. Then the fools will realise we're not far right, just telling the truth. It's true, Trish. And again, as I said, Shinadena can come into the area. People have reached out to me, but not people from Clontarf. You know what I mean? Like, this is like the protests again, all of what we say. We were in Knock 3 months ago, and there was 5 people from Knock stood with 300 of us. You know, people from the local areas need to be coming out and helping us. You know,
100%.
Listen, I'm saying it till I'm blue in the face here. You know what I mean? It's crazy. They need to come out and help. If you're not willing to help yourselves, why should we help you? You know what I mean? When you're sitting at home calling us far right nut jobs and everything else, like, you know. But the people of Clontarf voted for this. They voted back in this same government. Barry Hennigan is from Clontarf. Where's Barry Hennigan about this? You know what I mean? He's a sitting TD. He should be up in arms over this. No, we're rushing through the asylum seekers thing, and we're rushing through this, and rush them back out to the bleeding airport and put them on a plane. End of story. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. Costing 52 million to do this, and get your 52 million and get them the bleeding hell out of here. The poor rats. Yeah, I know. The bottle bank next to the clothing donations. Yeah. I see in Glenn's, I see that there's we'll talk about that in a minute. Seemingly Talca Valley, 2 women walking on the Royal Canal, and one of them taking a Barrymore in the water. Like, Jesus Christ. We don't have to do this. These people are just, they'll bring disease to the towns. That's exactly it. TB is rampant again in this country. You know what I mean? Rampant. TB was gone from this country. It was eradicated, and now it's rampant again. And what people don't realize, 800,000 people die a year from TB around the country or around the world. If that's not a pandemic, what is? You know what I mean? And nothing being done about that. It's becoming a 4th world country. Yeah. Sinn Féin are to blame. And to be honest, hate to say it, loyalists are the only ones doing it right. Mr. Daggs. Yeah, okay. Well, listen, I don't think, listen, let them, I'm not going to get involved in the loyalists or the Republican or any of that stuff. I just don't get involved in any of that stuff. I've been tarnished as a loyalist because I was with Kulak, says no, nothing got to do with me. So, or anyone that I was associated with. So no, I just don't comment on any of that shit. I saw a case today, a black fella was caught on camera going into a stable. He raped a horse. Oh, come on. Jesus Christ. My lovely horse.
Jesus Christ.
All the walk the horses and donkeys, so she's shocked. Yeah. When it comes into something and hope, they will act. Yeah, there you go, Michael John. Yeah, will they? It's not coming anywhere near there, is it? They have Ukrainians up in the hotel, all right, but all of them are getting apartments now in Hout. People paid nearly $1 million for apartments in Hout, and these people are getting handed free ones. Get a grip, like, you know what I mean? This is just, it's so messed up, like, it really is so messed up. What's this? Billy Bogus. I walked by the lefties on Saturday shouting Jesus King. I walked through the whole lot of them with about 200 flags on me blade on my shoulders. It was brilliant. Lord protect the Irish. Lots of love from Liverpool. Thanks, Terry. Oh, they didn't, Paul. It's all rigged. What did they not do? I don't know what's happening out there. Did anyone see the unregulated Ibis Hotel UK throwing hot coffee? Hotel coffee.
And a YouTuber.
No, AIR is the UK police arrived and arrested the culprit. Okay, I didn't see that. No. But I'm going to try and get Paul. What's this? Paul, some tents up in Fox Rock. See what happens. Yeah. Put tents up outside Mongrel Martin's house. See who remembers. Yeah, exactly. This is what we need to do. We did this. Me and Gavin and Clive and Michael did this 2 years ago. It's the 2nd anniversary last month. We went out and camped outside Pat Kenny's house. And listen, he didn't come out and see us, but the people at Dalkey knew well. Look how easy these can come out and just put tents here. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Derek Bourne. If that was us, that was us, meaning locals to the area, we would be nicked, yeah. But these yokes can do whatever they want. You're right, Derek. Yeah, you really are. I know who Derek is there now. I know the picture. You're right, Derek. Yeah, you really are. But you know that. You know what I mean? It just goes to show you. What about that Austrian shooter? Was he named yet? There wasn't a shooting in Austria today or something like that.
I didn't see much about it.
Yeah, I don't think he has been named yet because he mustn't be a local. Like the only name you really quick if you're a local, if you're a white man or you're a local, you know? Irish man saw that. Seen that horsey story. What the fuck? Yeah, you're right. No, jeez, no. Yeah. Getting back on, I was just going to talk about Cork there. Like there was a lot of people. I was just reading the thing from Glenn that Glenn put up earlier. I actually have that girl's number.
I sent it on to you. Yeah, because and then I sent on I think another one as well because they should be called out. You know, they're an absolute not disgrace, the pubs.
Yeah. Is everything okay with Charlotte and Teresa Cal? They didn't give you a call out after Saturday. Did they not? I'm usually on the Ireland Against Fascism page.
Oh, right. Well, I know who Charlotte is. Yeah, I don't know who Teresa Cal is.
Yeah. You don't know who Teresa is, the one that has the nun. She's a nun.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. She's a gobshite lefty Leon. Leons, like, you know what I mean? They removed the Facebook account this morning for highlighting Ballymena. Yeah, I know. Pure horse. Yeah. I saw a video the other day of a load of goats coming in on a boat and some fella holding his head going, oh, fuck me, they're bringing their wives across now. And it was very funny. Oh, well said, Paul. Thanks. Yeah, that's their mentality. It is, Derek. Yeah, you know, but the police are letting this ride. You know what I mean? Like, they think because the police stations be across the road from that, like, you know what I mean? But listen, if there's anyone from Clontarf, I know a few of you voted for me in the elections. I know that because you told me up around Clontarf that you did. But reach out to me. And Shinadena will help you there, but you need to help yourselves. You know what I mean? We need to be getting patrols in every area, you know? And as I said, it's all right until it's not all right. You know what I mean? There's never a problem until there's a problem. So I'd rather not have that problem. You know what I mean? So anyone in Clontarf, there you go. And I hope you enjoyed that little video. Thanks to mate mine. Fair play to you, buddy. But yeah, they actually thought he was a guard in there with the torch. Oh, guard, yeah, that's what your man said. You know what I mean? Because he had a torch. He was in on his own, not a bother to him, straight in on his own. Yeah, checked it all out. But yeah, he said it was horrendous in there. Horrendous. Like, I think poor Clare Convent in D4 closed down to the Sisters Mount of Carlo. Yeah, there's talk of a place now in what you call it as well. Is it Kilcock? Just bear with me there. I'll get rid of that. I think it was Kilcock. Shalom. What was it? Yeah, that's it there. Let me just put this up here. Just let me put this up here. This is a place in Scooby Dooby Doo. Bear with me there. Let's see it there. That's it there. Just put it up here in the map. Ah, look, they don't want to let me use it. Look, you bastards. It's Shalom, it's called. Church Street, Kilcock, County Kildare. There it is there. Look at it. That's not let me do them all. You can see some of the pictures there, but it's It's an old church or a retreat or something like that. A detached 11-bay, 3-story Gothic-style convent on an irregular plan, retaining fully fenestration with a single bay, full height gable. It's a big place in the middle of Kilcock. It's called Shalom.
Right.
And we reckon that's, yeah.
The next one.
That's going to be the next one. Yeah. Now, there's a few places I've been looking at over the last week or two, and oh, listen, I was looking at one place that's it's like a stately home, and the OPW are working on it now at the minute. So why are the OPW working on it? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'll have to look into that as well. The housing crisis is going to get substantially worse with this housing bill. Yes, you are right.
Housing for all.
Listen, lad, when I say that us loyalists are with the Irish, we are not just with the Republicans in the north, as they're the ones replacing the north and the south. Okay, mate, yeah. Say that us loyalists are with the Irish. Yeah. I just don't get it. My fair play to you. And I'm glad, listen, if you're coming together to stop this, well and good. You know what I mean? If they are here longer than 5 years, they should have to give up citizenship of own country. See how fast they leave then. Yeah, Eddie, you're right. Yeah. St. Damien, Simmons Court Road behind RDS. Is that one as well, Michael John? Would be funny to pitch tents and pretend to be migrants and dog. You see the reaction. We did it. We did it 2 years ago. And they didn't like it. His name was Mohammed Murphy. Yeah. Disgruntled pupil apparently was bullied and he went crazy with a gun. Jesus Christ, man, that's mental. Oh, John Paul Williams. Derek, what does the monk say about Clontarf fake UG camp? Yeah, there you have it. Jesus, the monk is from Clontarf. Exactly.
Oh.
He probably can't see it from Lanzarote, but you know what I mean? That's the problem. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wait till they start robbing the area. Wait till they start. Listen, man.
Yeah, I know.
No, they're all right. They probably wouldn't have tools in the sheds or that down there. They get people in to do the work. You know what I mean? So there wouldn't be anything in their sheds to rob, you know?
So what did they say? One shall not be amused.
Yes. Islam is the broom with which they shall sweep Europe clean. Rabbi, yes. And I had that other gobshite, that El Kadri. He's an awful gobshite.
Yeah,
Hi, Paul. Hi, Selena. How are you? All it needs a Bulmers. There you go.
I do.
The suspected gunman is a 21-year-old identified only as Arthur A. in line with Austrian privacy regulations. Okay, yeah, cool. The Shinadena bar in Cork is a great bar. She was definitely new and hopefully last of her two. Eddie Powell. Yeah.
Is that? Yeah, that's the bar that Glenn mentioned, isn't it?
Bar, yeah, I'll show it in a few minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I should have another pub as well. I think I sent it over.
Yeah, and the same happened with, I think I have that there as well. Rob had a problem with a pub as well. Let's see, can I find that one? I'm going to just get rid of that. No, that's us. Looking at that there. No, okay, no. Don't know where it is. I'll have a look in a minute. But where are you? I'll look for it now in a minute.
Where's what?
You sent over what?
Where's what?
I'm just going to play Ferg's one here. Is this a picture? This is Ferg today. I'm just going to read it out. I sent him the link to come in whenever he wants. So let me just share this and I'll read this out. He was with a great man today, Andrew Bridgen. So you can see it there. Justice for Ava, justice for all. Met the extremely brave Andrew Bridgen today, along with so many other wonderful men and women fighting for true and righteous justice for each and every man, woman, and child, murdered by Big Pharma and sanctioned by the Irish state. I also got to speak to family members of Roy Butler who had been left absolutely devastated and torn apart with grief from the unnecessary loss of their nephew and cousin. Ava's granddad, Joe, was also in attendance, and even though the pain of his beautiful granddaughter's loss is visibly etched on his face, the one positive I will take away from the event today was I gave him great hope that every monster involved to push that poison will all be brought to task and held to the most severe account possible. The greatest crime against humanity ever perpetrated, and none of you get to walk away. You will answer in this life and the next. For those of you who have actually ignored and still do to this day, your silence is absolutely deafening and has been duly noted. Well done, Elaine Mullally, independent order and all the organising speakers. Justice for Ava. There he is there with Andrew Bridgen. Andrew Bridgen was the only one who spoke out in the British Parliament as well. He's a great man.
Right,
You know what
okay.
I mean? Yeah, he was the man that he was the man who spoke out about it in the British Parliament. The only one. And when he had meetings, there was probably 2 people in the actual Parliament. You know, nobody wanted to know, nobody wanted to talk about it. You know, it's yeah. That's Sinead Bard again. John O'Roy, Paul on grip today, 30% on social housing list. Are you serious, man? I'll pull her up there now in a minute. Let's see, can I get grips? Grip to have some great articles now, I have to say.
They do, yeah.
You know, I have that gobshite talking about, that's Marcus de Brown. Too many have died. Lovely. Today. What did they say? Sorry. Williams Griff, the only one reports on sex hotel. 30%. It's not saying that. I'm just looking for it there. No, it doesn't matter. I can look for it now in a minute. The crowds of Ballymena seem to be increasing. Okay, well, let's see. It's anyone doing
I sent you on a video from that as well.
Yeah, I want to see is there anyone doing a live from Ballymena, you know? Ballymena, hey. No, there's nothing live there. I think Niall Ting is live, isn't he, or something like that? Is there anyone live streaming from Ballymena? Somebody said someone was. I wonder, is your man, what's his name? Something Dad. He's on TikTok. Let me just see, can I pull up TikTok and see if there's anyone live streaming? Because I'd like to see it. And there's there's a good one for you all. A great picture of you. I'll just put it up there.
Of me?
You, Martin, and Michelle Keane. Somebody sent that to me.
Very good.
I didn't get very many of myself now, to be honest with you.
But you were late coming, that's why.
I know, yeah.
I know, you're very disappointed.
I know, I was.
Either that or all the women are very disappointed. I hear Ed is making a list of them all now at the moment. Phone numbers and everything attached.
List to who?
I said, I hear Ed is making a list of them all for you. The women.
Yeah, Ed can do his list if he wants. Yeah. He sent me on a picture of you of twins the other day. He said, "These are looking for your number." I said, "Eddie, give it all."
I know, I saw that picture. Oh, that was too funny.
Did you see it as well?
He sent it on to me.
Yeah, well, there you go. It was funny.
Yeah. And he sent on a few comments as well, but I won't repeat them.
No, don't. Fuck's sake. Freedom Dad was on Noel McConnell earlier. But yeah, he's only that Freedom Dad. I'm not going into the live there. He's sitting in the studio like we are, just talking. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
But I sent on the interview there with that woman. She was a family member.
Yeah, I know. I have it there. That's all. That's only 7 seconds long. All right.
No, that is was it rioting or something was going on? Then there should be another video underneath it. Where they're walking along the street.
Underneath it is Eddie Hobbs.
Yeah.
I think I have that one of the woman walking down the street. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I think I sent it on.
Trump. Hold on. I thought I had it. No. I thought I had that one there. Oh, that's it there. Yeah, I'm going to play this now.
Hello, how you doing?
Hi.
I'm Freedom Dad.
Hello. I don't even want to really give my name.
That's okay. No. Yeah, you're brave enough for coming on.
Yes, brave enough. I live here.
Right.
I have 2 big dogs.
Yep.
I have been walking my dogs.
Yep.
Madame, come here, Madame. Madame, we know what a Madame is.
Yeah.
Rude, spit in the ground after you pass. Why do we have to accept that?
Yeah.
I have loads of foreign friends who are amazing people.
Yeah.
What has this place come to? Should we build a 20-foot fence, 30-foot fence? Let them have clean oven. Move us locals out. I had to put a Union Jack in my window tonight to make sure that my house might be okay.
Yeah.
And I haven't even got home because them meat wagons over there wouldn't let me come home.
Yeah. So have you ever experienced anything like this in Northern Ireland before?
Of course. I was born in 75.
Yeah.
In Tyrone.
I'm talking about what's happening. I'm talking about what how these men are behaving.
Yes, of course, we see it all the time, but now it is, you can't be racist. That's a racist attack. You have to be understanding of other people's beliefs.
Under any circumstances?
What the hell happened to our beliefs?
Yeah.
Why are our children being raped?
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah, we get it. We've watched
I have
200,000.
2 sons. See, if I had one daughter, I'd be out ripping the throat every person in this town. We had Chloe Mitchell.
Yeah.
We've had enough travesty in this town and heinous crimes. We're not standing for this.
We can clearly see that, and it's an amazing turnout. Yeah, enough is enough.
Wow. Was that the one you sent me? No.
No, I didn't see that one actually.
Yeah.
No, they were talking to a relative of one of the girls that was raped.
Yeah, I did. I thought I had that downloaded, but it doesn't seem to be downloaded. And it's not in your one there. When you go into it there, it's Eddie Hobbs. And then
I think it would have been after. I think it was after Eddie Hobbs.
Well, it wasn't. Eddie Hobbs was the last one.
Or then
Eddie
it was
Hobbs
before
was handy. And then in Ballymena, Irish people burn down homes. That's that.
Yeah, that's only 7 seconds long, but it would have been in and around there, you know, because I think I came across the 2 videos in around the same time.
You sent me John O'Looney as well yesterday.
Yeah. That's when we get onto that conversation.
Yeah. No, I'm not seeing it. Did we show? No, it's cholesterol. We have all that. It's done then. No, the video's not there. No, honestly. Instagram, what's this one? Remix Norris McCarthy on Instagram. Kerry TD, Michael Healy Ray. Yeah. Paul, that Grift article is from today, 9 hours ago on Facebook page. Thank you very much. And we'll go on to Facebook now. On to Grift.
Yeah, hold on a second out.
I just want to share this. I want to share this out for a minute. Okay, this is a little young lad who's missing. Okay, there he is there. Okay, Gardaí. This is from Dublin Live 4 hours ago. Gardaí have launched a public appeal to trace the whereabouts of a 13-year-old boy who has been missing from Dublin since Sunday evening. Owen O'Reilly was last seen in the Springfield area of Tala, Dublin, at approximately 5 p.m. on Sunday, June the 8th. He's described as being approximately 5 feet in height with slim build. He has brown hair and blue eyes. When last seen, Owen was wearing black and grey tracksuit bottoms, a black North Face jacket, and blue and black Nike Air Max shoes. It is believed that Owen may have travelled to the Coolock area, Dublin 17. Lads, if anyone knows where this kid is, please, you know what I mean, just let us know he's safe. You know what I mean? Let everyone know he's safe. Like, you know what I mean? There's one girl there, Siobhan Andrews. I hope she's safe. I hope he's safe and sound. Share they need more. Well done, Siobhan. Well done. But that's the little kid there. Okay, that's him.
Okay.
Owen O'Reilly is his name. And I'd say his family are worried sick about him. So please, if anyone knows where he is, or if he's, just tell him to get in contact. You know, really do. You know what I mean? Because it must be an awful thing for a family to go through when something like this happens. So yeah, that's him there. Anyone knows who he is? Owen O'Reilly. I hope he's found safe and sound, please God. Yeah.
I sent on that video there to you now.
Okay, all right. Over here now. Yeah. I'll play that now. Well, we play that while the Ballymena is still fresh here, so yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So you're part of the family. I don't know what to say. You know, I'm not going to say sorry because I'm sure you're sick of hearing that. What happened?
I'm not going to really say too much. I don't know too much, to be honest. But she was taken into the house and brutally sexually assaulted on Saturday evening.
So she was taken into the house, sexually assaulted.
Mattress in the garage.
There was a mattress. Yeah. Do you know was it? There was a more than one man. Three men. Right. So, so you're here. Fair play. I can't believe the crowd has come out to support these guys. You know what I mean? It's absolutely immense. There's no flags. There's no shouting. It's totally respect. It's totally respect.
It's not about. It's a child that's been hurt, and
it's three now. It's three incidents.
2 weeks ago, it was brushed under the carpet. I wasn't aware of the one before that.
Yeah.
But the child 2 weeks ago was the same age, and it's absolutely disgusting.
Right,
absolutely disgusting. I don't want my kids going anywhere.
I know it's really difficult, and I really appreciate speaking out. And I always say to people, anybody come up to, you know, this is the time to speak out. You know, it really is. Yeah, definitely. And like I say, the media aren't helping us. The government aren't helping us. The only people who can help us is us, and we need to find a system. We need to find a system amongst ourselves to stop this happening. And I don't know what the answers are. Like, you know what I mean?
I can do this every night.
Yeah,
no bother, and my brothers and family do it every night if we have to. Yeah. But something has to be done. Like,
imagine, 2 in 2 weeks. It's not shocking.
But that's what I was just saying earlier. Like it's been pushed under the carpet. Like, you know, it's.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, it's just disgraceful. Like, you know, I mean, someone sent in a link there that it was live on TikTok. That's it there, tiktok.com @JohnnyLive. I might go on there now and see, can I find that there? Hang on. Just to see what's going on. It's this one here. What was his name there? What was it?
Johnny Live?
Johnny Hanlon. Johnny Hanlon Live. Right, just let me check this out, people. Johnny Hanlon Live. It's a protest. It's another one. No. Johnny Hanlon Live. No, it's not coming up. I should, hey. No, can't find it. Let's not worry about it. I'm sure someone. The third man has been arrested. Jesus Christ. Like, these are not teenagers either, you know what I mean?
No.
Like, you know, and how long are they here? They needed an interpreter, you know what I mean? 4 years, it needs to happen Christmas, yeah. Yeah, this is Chris here talking 4 years. An election needs to happen by Christmas. We ain't voting our way out of this. Can horses have prolapses then, Dan? I don't know what.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, they can. Tusla will be hassling the parents now too. Exactly.
Right, do you want to put up that stuff from Glenn about the pub?
Yeah, I'm just going to delete
because it's an absolute disgrace for Irish people to be pretty much, treated like that.
Yeah, hang on.
But if that was done the other way around, there'd be holy war over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. There it is there. This is from Councillor Glenn Muir. This is the Shinadena. Share that there. A day after the protests, a family member of mine with 3 other women stayed in Cork and visited this traditional Irish pub called Shinadena on Coburg Street in Cork. One of the ladies was wearing a hat with the slogan "Make Ireland Great Again." At the bar, the ladies complimented the pub on its beauty and asked politely for an order of drinks, which the bar lady said, "I don't think I'm going to serve you." After a slight confusion and questions asked why, the bar lady shouted, "Because you're racist cunts." And then shouted, "And I know you were at the protest." The 4 ladies tried to de-escalate the situation and explained this is discrimination against Irish people for their political beliefs, to no avail, so they left the pub. There it is there. Congratulations, Shinadena Pub, for alienating Irish customers and opening up your business to the civil lawsuit. Article 40.6 of the Constitution guarantees freedom of expression, association and assembly. Your staff member made it clear service was denied solely on that due to her responses, put this in the realm of discrimination and defamation. And then that is Shinadena. And
just go back there a second. Just go back. No, back. You're going forward.
Hang on, I just went.
There's some pub, yeah.
We need to boycott the Long Valley as well. The shame of it. I hope they go out of business, you traders. Hold your flags high and proudly. Yet the lads went to walk in there and they were told no flags. They weren't being allowed in with flags, with Irish flags.
In an Irish pub.
That's another one there.
Absolutely
the Long
disgraceful.
Valley. That needs to be boycotted as well in Cork. And listen, these are probably all great. I'm actually just going to drop that down for a minute, and I'm going to just there it is there. Okay, just bear with me there. And I'm going to play this. This is the lady in question, because I have the video there of the lady in question. That's her there, standing at the back there. That's her there. So let me just turn off the...
You're muted.
So that's the lady in question there. That's her there now. So if you know what, go in and give her a bit of stick. All by design. This is all by design. Yes, it is. You next when the election. So I was wondering which one do you mean? We have locals, Europeans, and general election and presidential. The presidential one is the next one. So I think it's already over for Ireland. I don't know, Max. I'm trying my best not for it not to be, but you know, Geldof, my clues of the name. Yeah, okay. I don't like any days thinking of Geldof, Sean. Okay. Get off Geldof. Bet there's more rape crisis centres in than Garda stations now, prepping for mass child rape in England. Yeah, it's crazy. California and celebrities jetted into the UK and Ireland. Democrat supporters when Trump won the election. They knew these riots were coming. Of course they did. Yeah. Guys, the election is in 4 years. By that time, the new arrivals will be eligible for citizenship. Exactly. That's exactly what they did in the US. Evening KO. We were out for a walk. We find a tent and camp in the bushes of Talca Park and 2 new iPad centres. We are fucked. There's a lot of messages coming in. Handling 2 Islamic beer drinkers is not good business move. Yeah. Water cannons haven't worked. Just officers with dogs and crowd seems to have pushed back 6 to 7 dogs. Like these people are only, you know, people were giving out earlier saying, "Oh, we don't burn houses. We don't." Listen, what happens is these things get out of control. You get a couple of testosterone-fueled young lads, like, you know what I mean, and they just go mental, and they just that's what happens. You know what I mean? This is the same thing happened in Dublin. Like what happened in Dublin was not lads who go to normal protests and who do what they do. It was a couple of testosterone-fueled kids started what they started. It
Hard to
happened,
cause
and then
trouble,
it
yeah.
just escalated. And it was just escalated. This wasn't planned or premeditated or anything like what they're trying to say. You know what I mean? It was just a spur of the moment thing. Lads saw an opportunity. Let's smash this window, or let's burn this. Or why would you leave the tram in the middle of O'Connell Street to be burned? Why would you leave a bus in the middle of the road to be burned? Why would you leave 3 squad cars left unopened to be burned? You know, come on, like, you know what I mean? It's crazy. I have a brother in London, won't believe me that Irish pubs don't serve Irish people with a flag. He loves his flag in London and loves Irish pub crack. August Cow. Yeah. I know. But yeah, that's the lady, and anyway, you know who she is now. So yeah. Yeah. Who's sending me in what? Jesus, DMC, you're sending me in loads of stuff. What's this here?
Your Jaden sending any stuff.
What the fuck is it you can do?
Jaden hasn't sent in anything yet. No, he hasn't. A few bits from you, Orla. But yeah, we done the Long Acre. What's the track? Crumlin Hospital. I seen that picture.
Yeah, just show that picture. Yeah, Karen sent me on that. That's Crumlin Hospital. Look at the state of it.
Yeah.
Tell me there's an agenda without telling me there's an agenda.
There's an agenda. Just the kids ringing me to say good night. But yeah, look at that. It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Everywhere you look.
I know.
Paul, mate, get up the Gript article. Yeah, I'm looking for it there, mate, on Facebook. Sorry there, yeah. Facebook.com, Gript. Gript media. I have it there. Just looking for this from earlier. It's from earlier, is it? The other fella's getting hockeyed over. No, that's June 12th. What's it from today? Yeah.
Don't know. What article is it?
It's an article about 30% of houses are, what you call it, with migrants. It's May 29th. Marcus the Brown. Ballymena. No, not on the Facebook page. I can't find it. But I
can look for it anyway. Do you know what I mean? I can look for it tomorrow.
No, yeah.
We can do it on Thursday.
9 hours ago today. Yeah, I'm going down through it, like, you know what I mean? Post. Let me see post there. I'm Gript. 1, 2, 3. No, I'm not finding it. Someone's at the sending it in to me, didn't they? I bet you. That's brilliant. Fair play to you, Dee.
What is it?
I'll show you now. If Carlsberg did mass deportations. Brilliant, isn't it? If anyone can send that Gript article into me there, that's for there, yeah. Just gonna share this out now. Yeah, again, here she is. That lady there, that's the lady. Oh, why isn't that going out there? There she is, that's her. So if anyone goes in there, make sure you give it a piece of your mind. And make sure you bring your Irish flags with you. Yeah. But who sent me that?
Do you want to play the Eddie Hobbs video?
I'm gonna just play this the Garda one. I'm gonna I want to play the Gript one from today, where Drew Harris is asked about
oh yeah, I sent that on to you. Yeah, I sent that on to you. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna play that and come back.
Commissioner, the report that was launched today speaks at length about respecting and promoting diversity within An Garda Síochána, and obviously one ways that the Gardaí have sought to do that is by having recruitment sessions at IPAS centres, and obviously that's one of many venues. I appreciate that it's a wide net that's being cast, but do you think it's appropriate to seek to recruit people from these centres, given that we don't know the legitimacy of whether they are, in fact, who they say they are, if they are asylum seekers legitimately, and they could potentially not even be in the state 6 months from now? Is that really a good and appropriate use of police resources?
I'm not entirely sure what you're referring to, because Garda members, in fact, have to be either Irish or EU citizen, and a stamp 4 cannot join in Garda Síochána as a Garda member.
According to FOI documents that was released to my publication a couple of weeks ago, it confirmed that over the last couple of years, since 2022, there have been these recruitment sessions held by An Garda Síochána since 2022 at least.
So in IPAS centres?
Yeah, explicitly so.
How would we do that? No, I'm quite confused because, as I say, Irish EU citizen, stamp 4 are prohibited from joining the Garda Síochána as a Garda member, may join as Garda staff, and indeed have been doing so. So someone seeking asylum and with the national detection system, there's no route through for them to join the Garda Síochána.
So would you have any reaction, I suppose, then to the news that, I mean, as recently as February of this year, these recruitment sessions were being held, and
I'll have to look to that further, because I honestly, that is entirely news to me. And I say, I think probably what you're talking about is outreach sessions to IPAS centres, so that people understand the role of An Garda Síochána as a community-based policing service here in Ireland. I know those go on. I don't think those could very remotely be considered as recruitment sessions.
That's how it was labelled in the FOI.
If I could just make one clarification there, the candidate book list for applicants to join An Garda Síochána clearly states that under the International Protection Act, people who have got certain declarations and have achieved certain residency are entitled to apply. Once they apply, they then go through the same stringent vetting that any other member of An Garda Síochána will go through. Okay. It's in the booklets up on our website.
So they are eligible to apply
if they meet certain requirements.
Perfect. Yeah.
So they are able to.
I know, they couldn't lie straight in the bed. Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Do you know?
Crazy, isn't it? Someone sending me a message here, Al.
But like this is what I mean, Paul, right? It's already come out that we have no idea who a lot of these people are coming in. There's no proper vetting system which has been admitted to. They're destroying their passports. We have no idea who these people are or what criminal records they may have, and they want to let them into the Guards. Like, it's just, I have to get Garda vetted to do a charity event. Like, this is how ridiculous it is.
Oh, I know. I'm just reading this here. 1932. But it's the same everywhere. Like, you know what I mean? It's this is what Simon Harris had to say when he was pulled on it.
Tánaiste, do you believe that An Garda Síochána should be holding recruitment events at IPAS centres? Do you think that's an appropriate way to go about the Garda's recruitment strategy?
No, I think people who are living in, well, I suppose two things. People who are living in IPAS centres, by their very nature, should be there on a temporary basis. Some people who are there will have a right to stay in our country in due course, will be regularised, will be very welcome in our country, and then, of course, can apply to work in Ireland. And indeed, many people, many migrants to our country could go on to be very excellent members of An Garda Síochána, and they'd be very welcome to do so, as current members of An Garda Síochána are too. But there'll also be many people in an IPAS centre who won't have a right to be here in the longer term. And the Minister for Justice is speeding up the process of making sure that those people get a yay or an A more quickly. And as they get an A more quickly, need to leave our country more quickly. Therefore, I think it would be a peculiar location for one, and I would imagine there's many more better locations. I'm all in favour, by the way, diversification in the Gardaí, people who come to our country, and make our country their home, can have an important role to play in the Guards. Of course they can. But people in the IPAS Centre, and many people won't have a right to actually reside here the long term, and therefore I think it might be a bit of a futile exercise.
Would you intend to follow that up then with the Garda Commissioner about?
I think from your own inquiries yesterday, the Garda Commissioner himself, it looks to me from your exchanges with him, it's likely to follow this up also.
Do you think that the rules should be changed about the Garda application eligibility criteria so that people who are within the international protection system until they are naturalized cannot apply to join? Because again, under the current rules, it's technically possible that under certain criteria asylum seekers can join. Do you think that those rules should be changed?
I'd have to familiarise myself with them, and these are obviously operational matters for the Gardaí, but obviously if you have a right to stay in our country and you have a right to work in our country, you're very welcome here and you're welcome to apply for our Garda Síochána. If you don't have a right to stay in our country and you don't have a right to work here, well then obviously you can't. Thanks very much.
Spoke.
Yeah, freedom of FOI request the vetting process. We need to find out what the vetting process is. Listen, I tell you, a black guy comes in from Somalia with no passport, no anything. He claims asylum. How do they know who that guy is? Like, come off it, like, you know what I mean? Like, please, like, do these people think we are stupid? Like, come on, like. He can come in and say he's Mickey Hickey or Bladen Ballymena or whoever he wants to say he is, and then he comes in and gets a fresh ID. He's probably after killing 25 people in Bladen, Nigeria or somewhere, you know what I mean, that we don't know about. No way can these people be working in the police force, you know what I mean? Jobs in the police in Ireland, no police check. Yes, it's crazy, isn't it? It is. It is crazy. Quran says Allah is the greatest deceiver, so like the devil then. Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to share this here. You seen that video with Drew Harris there a minute ago? Somebody's at the send me in this.
Oh, that's really good. I love that. That's brilliant.
It's brilliant, isn't
it? Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, the door will be getting kicked in now. It's like in the old building, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's really, really good now, I have to say. Really good.
All the Garda cared about was their pensions, a bunch of Irish Tories. Yeah, it's true. It's like Father Ted. Yeah, it is. It really is. But that's
look, it's like everything. There's some decent guards out there. You know, unfortunately, a lot of them are just sick to death of what's going on.
And there's a lot of them have left. So now we have to fill the void. You know what I mean?
But they're the ones who have left that are sick to death of what's going on.
Yeah.
You know?
Names are coming in. Yeah.
Oh, there it is there now.
There's that there. Almost 40% of housing waiting lists are non-nationals. I'd say it's more than that. I'd say it's more than that. No, seriously, I would say it's more than that. Yeah, a report on the demand for social housing published in April by the Housing Agency shows that a significant and growing proportion of that demand are measured by housing waiting lists is being driven by immigration, and in particular by immigration from outside of Europe. 27.9% of households on local authority waiting lists in 2024 were headed by a person of other than Irish nationality. I mean, it's premium content, but yeah, like, it's definitely more than that. Definitely. There's no way. If it's 30%, why don't they give out the particulars to Patrick Quinlan or whatever the lads are?
Yeah, so Tom McDonald, remember he was looking for them as well.
Tom McDonald was looking for them as well. You know what I mean? So come on. You know what
they don't want to because they don't want to.
They don't want to. That's it. Because you'll see the real numbers. I'd say it's up over 50%. I really would. I'm being honest with you. They don't care if we're stupid or not. The show goes on regardless. You're right, Frank.
True, Frank. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the overall EU agenda? Why are the European governments allowing countries being invaded by immigrants?
It's all part of it.
One world government, digital currency. You know, everything is coming. Vaccines, vaccine mandates, mask mandates, anything they want to do to you, that's what they'll do.
I have a very good video I sent to you on the digital currency and everything like that coming up. Yeah.
Ex-cops have exposed what's going on in the force now. Well, we're going to expose a lot of shit too. Forget the waiting list. What about who is getting the houses? 100% of non-nationals. It is, yeah, of course it is. We know it is. They can fill the guards with foreigners, but they will lose massive respect. They've already lost respect, I'm being honest with you. Furthering our path to civil unrest and revolt, silly billies. They are then basically a foreign police force. Exactly, that's what they want. One world government. Great show, Paul and Nora. I need to shoot on for the night. See you, Galloway. Take it easy.
Thank you.
God bless.
Good
Talk
night.
to you tomorrow. 70% more accurate. I'm with you on that, Frank. I think it's way up there. Way up there. If it was only 30%, they'd show you that. This is why they're putting this out here just to, you know, let people think it's only 30%. It is not only 30%. Paul, come with me one day at work and you will be shocked at the amount that get housing. Absolutely heartbreaking. Listen, I knew a guy in the council down there used to put me wide to what was going on around Ongar and Hansfield and the whole lot. Three apartment blocks went in there, and three and 2-bedroom houses went in there, and nearly all foreigners got them. No Irish people got it, and they were Venezuelan, Mexican. Like, these were people. Like, come on. And I told cousin telling me, or my brother-in-law telling me about, he sat in the pub there, and one girl had 2 apartments that she was giving off the council, and she was renting out one. Her fella came from Ukraine. He got an apartment in the same block, so they rent out 2 apartments, and they live in one. How is this? You know, come on. Frank Power, they snuck this trash through with their EU treaties. Yeah, they did, yeah. George Floyd, any news on the Ballymena situation? I haven't seen that yet. One world religion, one new world order, one world government.
Yeah.
Yes, it's, we all
Well, do you want to
know.
play the video? Do you want to play the video then on the digital currency, and then we can move on to the shots?
Okay, hang on. Digital currency. What's he sending me there? Image. No, okay. All that. Okay, well, who was it you wanted me to do? Video, digital currency.
Yeah, I can't remember what I've been labelled as.
It's not Christine Anderson, so.
No, but we can play her anyway. It'll be above her, I think. I can't remember. I definitely sent it on a.
Unlock your digital identity, which is going
That's probably it, is it?
Digital identity, unlocking your digital identity.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah, well, we'll go with that. Let me just share this out. Ferg said he might come in for a few minutes, but yeah, won't stay on long tonight.
That's
it. Unlock your digital identity, which is going to be a tool of control for the agendas that are coming down the pipeline.
Elements of that control are already with us. Alexa, good morning. Good morning.
You are never alone in your home, and this is why. All your devices at home and all smart appliances, they are all connected on a wireless network. Many of these devices will have cameras, many will have microphones, and so they are monitoring everything all the time. Your smart appliances are communicating with the smart meter and sending it real-time usage data. If there's a Ring camera also in your home, a mesh network is formed, and all your devices are being tracked within the home, its location, its usage, and all the data is going to Amazon servers. When you leave your home, all modern vehicles are connected to the internet, so your automobile is being tracked all the time. When you're going under a string of smart LED poles and smart LED lights on the highway and in the streets of your towns and cities, those form a wireless network and are tracking your vehicle. They're tracking all the devices on you, from smartphones to smartwatches when you're walking on the streets. So data is being collected 24/7 continuously on every human being whenever you are within these wireless networks. And it's obviously not good for health also because of all the electromagnetic radiation. In the long term, the plan is to pretty much lock up humanity in smart cities, which is kind of a superset of a 15-minute city. They've sold all the state and local governments and countries that smart cities are about sustainability and the good of the city. But in reality, the language from the UN and WEF and their white papers is all inverted. So air monitoring is really about limiting mobility and no car ownership. right? Surveillance, control via LED grid is why the smart lighting is there. Water management is about water rationing. Noise pollution is about speed surveillance. Traffic monitoring is about limiting mobility. And then, of course, energy conservation is all about rationing heat, electricity, and gasoline. Another concept one should be familiar with is called geofencing. And that's, think of it as an invisible fence around you where you cannot go beyond a certain point. And that will be related to your face recognition, digital identity, and access control. Your smart contracts, SoftBrick can turn off your digital currency beyond a certain point from your house. Our world has been turned into a digital panopticon. That means you can be monitored, analyzed, managed, and monetized.
Well, it looks great. I'm very much looking forward to that. You're muted.
15-minute cities. Yeah, that's what all this is. This is what
All
we're being
under
pushed
control. You
into
won't be
this
allowed
agenda.
outside your cities. And everything will be
Yeah.
tracked and monitored, and you won't have any freedoms or any rights or anything. And you don't do as you're told, they'll shut you off.
Yeah, exactly. No, they will, exactly, yeah. People share that out there. If you are sharing it out there, we're up and down here like rules knickers. But get us at Fitzy Dub. You won't get us on X, you'll get us on Rugger Morph and Anthony Casey, and on Facebook and on www.theirishchannel.com/live. Yeah, if you can, share it out there. You can also get us on 089 203 1521. You can buy us a coffee there as well if you want. And we're gone over 600 now. So deadly, yeah. It's not great because my ex.
Do you
is
know
not
what? I
working.
didn't. I had something on, so I didn't get to share it out on Facebook.
I shared it on Facebook. I shared it out as well on Facebook.
Yeah, but normally I put it on the column page, and I put it on my own page, and it probably wasn't even shared on our own X page, Ireland First. I just didn't get, because I literally, as soon as I finished, I had to race. Home, so I didn't even get a chance to put it out. But sure, look, I'll put it out, and then it can be watched tomorrow anyway, so it's grand.
Of course, yeah. No, people are watching tomorrow.
Do you want to move on then to John Looney and all that other stuff?
John Looney, yeah, I will.
It's actually very good.
Yeah. Fergus just sent me a message. Fergus, that's no problem yet. No problem with Martin on Sunday. Yeah, you just keep in contact with me, buddy. He's just busy, Fergus. He's just letting me know. But yeah, no problem, buddy. And Teresa, if you're watching, fair play. Thanks very much for watching.
And Emer, hi Emer.
Hello, Teresa. Did I play this? What do I want to play? Hang on. Video. Which one is that? I did. I played that on Sunday as well. I did. Yeah.
And then if you come across the Christine Anderson one, it's only I think a minute or something. We can play it as well.
I have it here. Yeah. Do you want to do
the John Looney one's not long either.
Yeah, we do Christine Anderson first, and then we go on to John Malone.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we finish up. Yeah.
You're moving around in the European Parliament. What is the talk, and what is the mood of your colleagues, those with whom you agree and those with whom you don't?
They're frightened at this point because a lot of them do realize what they're doing is not right. They're not serving in the best interest of the people, and it is no longer government of the people. Of the people, by the people, for the people. At this point, it's government of the globalitarian misanthropists, for the globalitarian misanthropists, and by the globalitarian misanthropists. That's what we're looking at. And they're beginning to realize that the people will no longer let them get away with it, and they can no longer fool them into thinking, okay, we have to save the planet now, and it's climate change, and it's all of this. People no longer believe in that, and I think they're catching on to the fact that it's a gigantic lie.
What is the...
Everybody knows it's a lie by now, don't they?
Yeah, she's very good. Very, very good.
She is very good. I like Christine Anderson. Yeah, she is very good. But she's a powerhouse of a woman, all right, I tell you. She really is. But you can see this shit kicking off now. It's going to kick off all around Europe. What's happening in America and what's happening in Ballymena, and it's everywhere. It's going to just kick off. It's going to be just like a, Sorry, I'm just letting that run on the X at Irish Column. If you're on X, if you can follow the page there now, just get us up to a few more viewers. We can get more out on this as well. So it's X at Irish Column. Yeah. And again, you can get Shinadena. As I said, we have Shinadena, www.shinadena.ie. And we also have Ireland First. This is brilliant, isn't it? All the advertising we do for all of these things. But, yeah, fair play to everyone. More comments there. Can't beat the old-fashioned wristwatch. Vintage reminder of the good old days. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Fiona, yeah.
We need to do what Ballymena done last night in Ballymena. We need to do what was done last night in Ballymena. Brian, yeah, well, I don't know. I don't think so. What's their ace? Activate their EU army. That's exactly what they want to do.
Yeah.
One world government.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have
And
them all there.
one world army as well. Oh, hello from Florida.
What?
Hello from Florida. Hi.
How you doing, YouTube? YouTube sucks. It does. Irish Column doesn't, and Ireland Live doesn't. So join us on this. Share this out to all your friends. Hello from Florida. We're ready here for anything that might pop off.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it's getting crazy over there, isn't it? I was actually looking at it a bit last night. I have a US politics channel as well that I look at. I haven't been at it now for the last week or two. I've been very busy, but I'll be updating now tonight. But yeah, fight. That's exactly what Trump said when he got shot, wasn't it? Join the patrols, it's your duty. Yeah, banned again. Yes, exactly. Join the patrols. As I said, we've had probably 100 more members trying to get in, probably more. Like I got 14 requests over the weekend in the Dublin groups.
Oh, for Shinadena.
Yeah, and the Cork groups. I'm at the same 5 videos today for Cork alone that came through. So yeah, listen, people are joining, and this is going to be a big thing. You think can't stop New World Order? We can stop wherever we want, lads. You know what I mean? Once we all stick together, all the technology scammer devices, putting covers over shops, tapping card devices, and banks saw them. The Indian corner shop scammers of the world come in. Yes, it's all foreigners who are doing this. Hey, can I call in and sing an old Irish song then? Hey, can I call in and sing an old Irish song? What's the old Irish song? The Universe, Galaxy. Yeah, okay, yeah, of course.
So when people are talking about the digital stuff, this is our shout out that cash is king. And actually, at the weekend, Martin was driving, and he stopped at the petrol station to get petrol, and the card machines weren't working. So only that we had cash on us, he wouldn't have been able to pay for his petrol.
Brian Keane.
Cash is king, people. Use it as much as you possibly can.
Just Brian Keane there. I'm the grandson of a dub, Fitzsimons, Paul. We're obviously related. We need to kick it up. Yeah, we do, yeah. Brian Keane, I don't know any Keanes. I don't know. Yeah, I'm Fitzsimons from East Wall, my dad's from. Yeah. So
that's Fitzsimmons, isn't it? There's a D in it.
Yeah, I think you put a D. Fitzsimons. Yeah, there's no D in mine. Fitzsimons. No, I'm Fitzsimons, not Diz. The water cannons are out in Ballymena, hey. You guys have guns, lots of guns. Yeah, that's the Yanks he's talking about there. See the Irish priest over in LA. Did you see how woman getting shot in LA by the rubber bullet? Did you see it? Did you not see it? The reporter. And your man pointed at her and shot her. You can see
I haven't seen it much online today.
Yeah. I see it was last night. I seen it. Scammer centers, call centers, no different to iPass centers. Kill it out the same way. Yes. Rebel News Media have update on Cork, posted 5 hours ago, titled Ireland has changed. I'll have a look down in a minute. Elvis is king.
Elvis is king.
100% all it. Cash is king.
Yeah. Elvis and Cash is king.
Yeah. King Chaz is queen. People power and stay positive. Yeah, we are. I'm very positive. You know what I mean? And I'm more positive now. How do I join, sir? Okay, George. I'm going to put this up here now.
This is for Shinadena, is it? Or is it for Ireland First?
Well, there's Shinadena if you want to join Shinadena. And there's Ireland First if you want to join Ireland First. I just want to go through. What did you say to me? Play which one there?
John Looney. John Looney. O'Looney.
Looney. So we're going on to the vaxxers.
The
Okay.
shots.
I like John Looney. I like this guy. I really do.
Very straight to the point.
Yes, I'm going to play this now and we'll come back.
Cause for death. Blood clots. We're seeing loads of people with unnatural blood clots, like white calamari inside them. The coroners won't talk about it. They just don't seem want to talk about it.
And what do you think they are?
I think it's a result of COVID vaccines. And it's been well documented by people far cleverer than me. And I've been shouting about it for years, but people just don't seem to want to acknowledge it. Mostly people like the coroners, most doctors, government ministers, they won't talk about it. They don't want to know. I've even been to the police station. They don't want to know. They won't even talk to me about it.
And what do these clots look like?
I've got some here if you want to see them.
Yeah, go for it. Wow. So all of these sort of calamari-looking clots, you've taken them out of people's circulation system.
I've never ever seen. I mean, I worked for the coroner for 7 years. I've never seen anything like it in anyone before. He's done 20 odd years. He's never seen anything like it before. And we're finding this now constantly inside people that have all been COVID vaccinated. So that's what we're seeing. So I reached out to my local coroner and kind of said, look, I'm really concerned. You know, we've got a young lad of 30 in. We've pulled out about half a pound of this crap out of him. I know you've post-mortemed him. What is it? You know, what is it? We've never seen it before. Do you need samples? Have you got samples? How can we help? You know, no reply at all, firstly, by the email. And I emailed because I wanted a paper trail, because I knew then what was happening. I took a phone call about 4 days later. It was from one of the girls in the office who doesn't work with bodies. They're in the office. And she said, well, we spoke to the pathologist. He said, don't worry. You can dispose of them. It's perfectly natural. It grows post-mortem. So what that means is basically they're saying that when you die, rubber grows throughout your arteries all of a sudden. And it's perfectly normal. Well, I can tell you, having done this job for 18 years, 7 years picking up bits out of the road, that isn't normal. That isn't normal. And it's only, and every one of these people was COVID vaccinated. How do I know? Because I meet the family at the point of arrangement and I ask them, I say, was mum COVID vaccinated? And they say, yes. And they tell me. And because the government made such a big thing about you must be vaccinated. If you don't, you're selfish, you're dangerous, you can't work, you can't travel. You're killing people if you don't. People are only too forthcoming then to tell you their vaccine status. And they did get good coverage. A lot of people were vaccinated. These are the people that are dying.
And that's very true. He's mentioned that before because, you know, there was so much, you know, controversy. Like, where, you know, did you get the shots? Did you not? People were nearly only tripping over themselves to say, yes, I did get them. So, and then remember I said that I was talking to somebody and they had been talking to a nurse over the dialysis. And they said that everybody that was in getting dialysis, that were having all these kidney issues, were all given the shots as well. You're muted.
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, there was a lot of people. Listen, it's just like I know we have to keep talking about it, and like there is. I have a website set up there. Well, I haven't got it set up yet, but I will be having. I have the domain registered.
Well, people have a right. People have a right to be heard, and I think I sent you on. I was very annoyed last night. I put up a post in relation to giving out about me hole. Why?
What was wrong with your hole?
Not mine now. Me hole, Martin. I think I sent it on to you. Will you just check? I sent it on to you in relation to Roy Butler. Now, this is a very sore subject with me.
Okay, I've loads of pictures here from today there as well. Drew, fair play to you, Drew. Drew's at the sending me in loads of pictures from today. I'm just going to show the pictures, okay?
What's it off?
Of the Marcus de Bruin thing today.
Oh, yes. Oh, the doctor's thing, yeah.
Yeah. So, there we are. Safe and effective, sudden and unexpected. There's Ferg there. I think that's Roy Butler's cousin, I think, on the left.
Okay.
There's more there again, look. There's Tom. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the Irish government issued the following amount of personal PPS numbers to foreign nationals. 2020, 68,914. 2021, 103,703. And 2022, 237,089. That's from the gov.ie. Okay. And next one there. There's Francois. There he is. Frank.
Oh, Frank was there. Brilliant. Fair play to him.
Frank and Lisa. Yeah. It's Frank
Fair
and
play
Lisa
to him.
there. There he is again. Ah, there's Jerry. Dr. Jerry.
Ah, yeah, Jerry Waters.
Yeah, fair play. And there's Andrew Bridgen and Matty McGrath. I'm the jury's out on Matty McGrath. Sorry,
I know, yeah.
There they all are. There's Elaine, there's Stephen. Fair play. There was a good crowd there. Very good
Oh,
crowd
yeah,
there.
I see Stephen there now, yeah.
Yeah, there's
Very
Marcus
good.
there. Yeah. And there's Peter there, Peter Madden there behind. I have to say,
yes, I see him there now, yeah.
I done an interview with Peter about 2 years ago about climate. Well, it was just me and him were talking up at the SOIAC building, you know. Jesus, a very knowledgeable man. He was one of them. He used to go around colleges and schools teaching about the climate change, and he just saw through it, and he thought, I can't do this anymore. You know what I mean? And he left him. But a very knowledgeable chap now, I have to say. And there's Bridgen there talking again. Fair play. There's some great pictures there. Fair play to you, mate. Thanks for sending them in to me. But
yeah, just check and see. I think I sent you stuff on. I hope I did in relation. I think I did in relation to Roy Butler.
Candy Cloud, we all know that shop. Do you know this one here? Oh, there's that shop. Remember we called this the other day, or a couple of weeks ago on the show. Is that in Carlow now? This is it now. Candy Cloud convenience store. Is that the one in Carlow that we were talking about? Do you remember?
Oh yes, that's the new one. Yeah, that's the new one. Yes, that's going to be opened. Yeah. It's going to be vapes inside it and all different. I haven't been inside. I don't even know if it's physically open because I haven't driven past it in the last couple of days.
Yeah, but listen, look above it. Look above it there. There's rooms all above that. You know, come on.
But most shops have all that.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. They'll rent out them rooms will be gone now to iPass, I'd say. This is just a cover down below here. Come on.
Yeah, I know. But I won't know until it's open and I go in and have a nosy around and see who's working there.
No, I want your trans children, so my husband. That's a good one. I better put that up there. Somebody just put that up there. Share. I'm the reason women and children are 278 times more likely for women and children to be raped in Eire. Now I want your children. Now I want to trans your children so my husband can make millions from ABV.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a dirty. Oh, that one is just.
I always say she's dead behind the eyes. There's nothing there with her.
Oh,
nothing.
She's a nasty person. Like the Roy Butler one. I didn't hang on and see. And then I have.
There should be a few different. If I sent it on to you, there should be a few different photographs. And then there's also a thing on tetanus. I actually came across that was very interesting on the tetanus shot. And you passed it earlier on when you were going through the stuff.
Wide Awake Media. The plan is to lock up humanity in smart cities. Oh, there's no screenshots here of that, Orla. But
did I not? Did I send it on? I just can't remember.
Don't worry about
but the stuff with Roy Butler is that Micheál Martin turned around and started saying it was misinformation what happened to Roy. Anyone who knows the Roy Butler story, he was a young lad who took the Johnson shot so that he could go on holidays. He was he 21 or 22?
22,
and he ended up with a blood clot on the brain and he died a few days later. And every excuse under the sun has been used to cover it up. It's an absolute and utter disgrace what went on with that young lad. And to the day I die, I will never forget his case because he was in around the same age as my son and he was perfectly healthy and a really good looking young lad as well. So I really hope that his family get justice for him and for Micheál to turn around and say that it's misinformation. And then he was going on about the Johnson that, you know, all young people should be taking them because he didn't want any wastage of the shot. Wastage. So never mind that they did come out about the blood clots, but sure, let's never mind about that. Let's get rid of the shots so we don't have any wastage.
Yeah, even ones that were out of date. It's disgraceful, isn't
exactly. It? Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's actually very good from Andy Cross.
Yeah, I'm looking at there. According to data from the General Register Office, GRO, and RIP.ie, Ireland has experienced a significant rise in excess deaths since 2021. The rise in 2021 was 14.5%, up to 17.8 in 2022. You see, it went up to 3 years that they were rolling out the vaccines. Now, not a lot of people have taken vaccines in 2025. Looking, it's gone down to 10.
Yeah, but see, we're only in the beginning of June as well, you have to remember. And I think there's a lot of people are copping on and aren't taking the boosters and things like that. But remember, we're only halfway through we're not even halfway through the year.
You know, we're 6 months through, you know what I mean? So another 1,400 is only 2,800. It'd still only be around 10%. Like, you know, it's not going to be.
Unless, I don't know,
maybe. You know,
wait until the winter months come in, Paul. That's when you normally see the big increase.
Listen, I've gone through 5 of these winters and I'm all right. You know what I mean? Like,
no, but I mean, as in the deaths and stuff like that. A lot of times it happens around winter time.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
people are getting sick. Keep going through. You should be able to come across the tetanus thing. I thought that was actually quite interesting. That's Glenn.
No, that's Glenn. No, we'll go out with that.
Keep going through. Yeah, stolen through.
Oh, okay. There's a second vape shop just opened up the street from another one. That must be Carlo as well, is it?
I don't know. I need to see it.
I'll show you so if you want to see it.
I'll see if I recognise it.
Selco, phones, tablets, laptops, repairs and gadgets, and Vape Zone in Carlo. See it? It's in Carlo, all right. Look, top right.
I wonder where that is.
Carlo.
So I wonder where in the town. What street is it on?
It's up the street from that other one, he said. Yeah.
Could be Tullow Street, maybe. Yeah. No, I haven't copped that.
I'm sure you will.
Well, if it's lit up like that, I will. See, a lot of times you just don't, you know the way you just don't even pay attention to the vape shops. There's that bloody many of them. You need tripping over them at this stage.
Yeah.
You know.
It's on the bottom of Tullow Street.
Right, okay.
Where it is. It's on the bottom of Tullow Street. Thanks very much for that, mate.
Okay.
They're good for the royal in the north. Yes. Well, I've had one more to show there.
Yeah, here, don't forget about that. You look up that tetanus thing.
You sent it to me.
Yeah, just a screenshot of it. You passed it earlier on.
That's Kennedy. I did pass it earlier on, did I?
Yeah. Remember you showed the picture of the
I see that one. Yeah, I see that one now. Okay. Tetanus is probably one of the most ridiculous vaccines ever. Your chances of getting tetanus are about the same as walking out of here and getting hit by a meteor. If you get a cut or puncture wound, you put peroxide on it, your chances of getting tetanus are 0 because tetanus organism is anaerobic. It cannot live in oxygen. Tetanus comes from the bowels of animals. As long as you don't have a sheep or a cow in the house, I don't think you're in any danger. Russell Baylock.
Thought that was quite interesting. And that is actually true, right? Because I have a friend who's a homeopath and she's also a pharmacist. And my daughter got bit by a dog there a couple of years ago. And you know the way automatically, the first thing you do, put on a plaster. You know, wash it, put on a plaster. And she said to me straight away, get that plaster off her and let air at it. And see the way he said that? Because tetanus, it cannot live in oxygen. So you should let the air at it. And she gave me some remedies and there wasn't a bother on my daughter. Because I just didn't want to bring her in and have to give her to give her a shot or anything like that. Now, again, that was my decision. But no, it healed up. There was no bruising, no nothing. But definitely let the air at it.
I let the dog lick it. I used to let the dog lick it all the time, and I'd get a cut, and it'd be gone in a couple of days. Great.
We didn't play actually the Eddie Hobbs and Nick Delahunty video. Now I think it's only about 3 minutes, but it's good.
Yeah, no. Okay, I'll get that there.
I don't know if I have anything else on the shots. Have I anything else on the shots? No.
It's only a minute. It's only a minute long.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah, maybe it's only a minute. Sorry. Oh yeah, well then that's grand.
Suggesting then that in order to deal with the damage limitation and the basis of what has come in, that really, is a problem for us, that we would have to incentivize.
What have you done to poor Eddie? That didn't play properly. That didn't play properly, and you're muted.
I muted myself because I didn't. Eddie is just jumping there for some reason. What's that all about?
I don't know. Do you want to try playing it again? Yeah, because that's what I was trying to say to you. I was going like this, going as in to say cut it.
Yeah.
Because he looked like he was having some sort of a fit or something like that,
Yeah. He was having a seizure, like that's what he was doing. Yeah,
just try playing it again, maybe. I don't know.
It's doing the same thing.
The damage limitation and basis of what has come in, that really.
It's just doing the same. That's why I'm not going to play it again.
Is it because it's not downloaded properly?
Yeah, it is downloaded. So I can pull it down. Hang on.
I don't know, because it's pre-recorded, so it should be okay.
Open.
Suggesting then that in order to deal with the damage limitation and basis of what has come in, that really, is a problem for us.
Okay, yeah, I have it working now, downloaded now. So let me try it again there. Present. Okay. Boom. Eddie seems to be cool now.
Suggesting then that in order to deal with the damage limitation and the basis of what has come in, that really, is a problem for us, that we would have to incentivize them to leave, which means paying them upfront cash and asking them to go.
Well, Denmark did something like that. They had this voluntary deportations, yes, and so it works to an extent. What scares me is the rate of the people coming and the rate of money we're spending on iPass. Like, that's just not sustainable. I just want that to be cut, and if we cut that dramatically, with as soon as possible, things won't be too bad. We can get on with things. Like, there's a lot of people here. Ireland is an incredibly rich country. Like, there's 6 million people on the island now, maybe 7. We're so rich that we have the money and resources to take care of absolutely everyone on this island. I'm pretty confident in saying that.
Yeah, well, that seemed to work okay there.
But imagine having to pay them to leave the country.
Yeah, but let's be honest about it. It costs something like 58,000 to keep one a year, but it only costs 21,000 to not to let them in at all. So, like, you'd be not letting them in at all, would you not, to save like all that money?
Stop the benefits. That'll stop them coming in, and then we deal with what's here and get them removed.
Eddie's in a vape shop. Yeah. Brian Keane, and what's that? Only one Fitzsimmons in Dublin, Paul. How you spell it? I spell Fitzsimons. 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 Yes. Paul Maximo.
Oh, trust me, there's only one of them. We don't need 2 Pauls. Tough enough dealing with one of them.
One is enough, yeah. Bet anti-parasitic meds clear up more blood cells and bad microbiome from all sorts of insect tick bites, etc. Yeah, I was only talking to someone today who was talking
anti-parasitic. Like, what should we say? What drug?
Oh, ivermectin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
And the other one, fenbezidol, is it?
Yeah, femezolone. Yeah. And they're now being used in cancer treatments over in America. Quite interesting.
Do you like
And as
me
I
hair,
remind,
Orla? I got me hair
people,
cut. Do you like me hair?
What?
Do you like me hair? I got my hair cut yesterday. Someone told me yesterday it looked like a duck's arse. But listen, I don't know. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Remember years ago, women used to have a duck's arse haircut. I think that looks quite.
No, I've never heard of that saying.
You've never asked.
Never.
Probably only older people. Probably definitely older people who know that.
Oh, hold on, actually, before we finish up, sorry. Actually, when we're talking about parasites, so there is talk that there's parasites in the body, and there could be maybe some sort of a link between them and cancer. This is what's going on with a lot of doctors over in America. And I came across that walnuts, obviously, unless you have a nut allergy, can get rid of parasites in the body. So eat your walnuts, unless you have a nut allergy.
I've just.
Did Jaden not send in any photographs tonight?
No, Jaden hasn't been on.
Oh, right, okay.
Hold on now. What's this? Paul, you look like me, except I'm tall and handsome. Okay. No problem. Yeah, what
Brian,
am
I like you.
Old and not handsome. Fair play to you.
Oh, look
Yes,
poor Paul.
I'm just trying to present this for a minute because there's a bit of breaking news coming in from the Irish Freedom Party, and I need to report on this. This is from Dora McMahon, to whom it may concern. I would like to inform you that I'm handing in my resignation. I will serve out the mandated 3-month period and complete all functions of the role and such time as a 3-month period lapses. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone for their confidence and support in my role with IFP. Unfortunately, my position has become untenable due to matters arising from a failure to resolve compliance issues with protocols and rules of the party. These issues present irreconcilable differences between myself and the party and place me in a position of having to compromise my integrity. I will continue to support all those involved in the nationalist movement and wish you all great luck in your endeavours. So, there you go. Well,
another one bites the dust.
Another one bites the dust, yeah, exactly. And then I have, I also have another one here. This is mad, 2 in the one evening, like, you know what I mean? This is...
Who's this?
This is crazy. This is Owen. This is from the Dear Michael Leahy, Chairman, Owen O'Sullivan. I'm writing to formally resign from my position on the Ard Collier and as a member of the Irish Freedom Party, effective immediately. Yeah, it is great regret that I got myself in this position, but after careful consideration, I believe that I've been treated unfairly and certain individuals in the party, despite my dedication and values, principles, and champion. I have been subject to actions, decisions that feel undermine my integrity. The treatment I have experienced has made it impossible for me to remain in a position and feel valued and respected. I believe that every member should be afforded environment and encourages mutual respect, transparency, and fairness. Unfortunately, this has not been the case in my experience. I feel compelled to step away. I would like to express my gratitude to those who have supported me during my time in the Irish Freedom Party. I remain committed, proud Irish nationalist, but I must now seek other avenues to pursue my goals, more supportive and fair environment. So wow, that's 2 in one day. I wonder why that was, would you say?
Well, it wouldn't be anything to do with Owen being slated online and doxed and everything like that been done to him.
Well, he was doxed by the then party president, you know what I mean? But hey, listen, it is what it is. But I've got just a video I want to play before I finish off. This is for anyone. I'll do it now in a minute, and I'll bring you back up now in a minute, Orla. But
okay,
we're nearly finished. We're just finished, so I'm just going to play this one here, and then we'll come back and finish up. Present. This is for anyone who wants to join Shinadena. This is just a short video that was put together just to show you what to do. You can pause it or whatever and to join your groups. So I'm really pushing Shinadena tonight because, listen, it's really after taking off since Saturday.
You're muted again.
Probably not a bad thing, being muted, like, you know what I mean? But that's what you do. You come in, you fill in that, you send in your video of what your three main issues are. You tell us where you're from, who you're affiliated with, like party-wise, or if you are affiliated with anyone, you tell us what the three main things are in your area that you're worried about, the whole lot, and then we'll vet it, and then you'll get into the groups. We did have a few people going into groups there a couple of months ago and leaked all their information, so that's why the vetting process has been brought into place. Some people don't like it. You don't put in a video, you don't get in. Simple as. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is now. So yeah,
it's just to make sure people are who they are, and that's it. Like, you know, I mean, if there's no issues or problems, then, you know, it's no hassle sending in a quick video.
That's exactly it. You know what I mean? It's great. I'll just go through a few more of these. Just Fiona, nah, sorry. Ask Colin. No, that's something else. Don't worry about that. They want to put Bover into cows. Yes, they want to do all of that stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and the cows are having a really bad reaction to it as well. God love the poor animals.
Is there a max amount of time on the videos people are permitted, Paul? It's a 90-second video. That's all it needs to be. You just come on, say who you are, where you're from, what group you'd like to join. You can go into the groups and you add them. I'm an admin for Dublin North and Dublin City, so I just go in and look and see who requested. I'll go in, send them a message. I'll send them that screenshot that you need to send in the video. You send in the video, then I'll reply to you. I actually got 3 lads today, one from Darndale, one from Coolock, and one from Ballyfermot today. Fair play, that's 3 today I got, you know what I mean? And like the rest of them have been inundated with Jackie 2 weeks. See it in Limerick on Saturday. I'm gonna be honest, Jackie, I still haven't found out whether the kids are
I don't know
Saturday or Sunday, so I don't know what the story is, but I'll try my best. Mr. P, I stopped drinking coffee from shops now because of that poison. I only drink organic milk. Yes. Okay, grand job, no problem. Is there any update on the petition from Cork? Somebody said that site wasn't secure. That's why nobody was using it. So I don't know. Vote them out. Vote them out. You'll next get a chance. Thank you. We will indeed. Hope to see you on Saturday in Limerick, lads. I do hope I am there. So leave it with me. Leave the cows. Got a bit of lightning yesterday. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Someone from one of the groups was claiming the vetting process sounds like data collection for targeting dissenters. Lads, come on. Like, seriously, no, it's not targeting dissenters. If you don't put in a video, how are we supposed to know who you are? That's the only reason that's there. And I think I know who's spreading them stupid bleeding rumours as well. They need to cop onto themselves, like, you know what I mean? Really and truly, they really do. But no, there's no data collection. There's no anything. The videos are deleted after you send them. Nobody's doing anything like that. And I think it's silly for people to think that. We need to know who you are. As I said, you send in the video and then we'll contact you back. We'll give you a call back. But if you don't send in a video, after 48 hours, you're just taken out of the group again. You have to apply again. But I'm going to be honest, we're inundated with it. If you don't want to join, and another thing, you need to be doing patrols. We need to be doing 2 patrols a week in some areas, sometimes 3. If you're not willing to get out and come out with us on the patrols in your own areas, like, we'll go to your area and help you set it up. But we need the people to come out themselves and do it themselves. So that's exactly why we need you all in the different groups. Like, if you want to set one up in Ballymena or in Coolock or whatever, like, I'm in that area now, so I can help you that way. You know what I mean? But different groups around the country, or even the likes of Ashbourne. We were asked about Ashbourne this evening. There's nobody in Ashbourne. There's only 1 or 2 people. But we said we'd go out and we'd help the people of Ashbourne and to set it up. And then we'll do 2 or 3 with them. And then people will see us out walking. And when people see it, they will come. And yeah, they will. You know what I mean? It's just people are afraid. You know what I mean? They're afraid of all sorts. You know what I mean? Great show, guys.
Thanks, Chris.
Cheers, Chris. Great show. Thanks, Paul and Nora. Good night. God bless everyone. Cheers, everyone. And okay, then, Orla, I will drop you down and we will finish up and I will talk to you in a few minutes.
No bother.
Thank you very much. Talk to you in a minute. Well, here we are again this time of night again. You know what I mean? So thanks everyone who joined us. As I said, we got up to 700 there at one stage. I'll just bang it across the top there. We got up to 700 and the numbers were bad tonight because my X was down. I don't know why my X is down. The other 2 lads got in, but my X is down. But And that's what we got. We got 700. But you can get us there, as I said, Shinadena.ie. We need to all join. Yeah, you can get us on the Irish column as well, on X at the Irish column. And then you have IrelandForce.ie. Buy us a coffee if you want. And you have the WhatsApp and everything else. But like I say, every night we're here when I'm finishing up. The truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless.